developing anxiety.
What is that? Anxiety.
He has major anxiety problems.
Of course you feel anxiety.
To learn to control the anxiety sometimes.
Hello and welcome to Sobriety Made Simple. My name is Timothy Martin. Today I want to discuss anxiety. When a person makes the decision to stop drinking and pursue an alcohol-free life, many questions can start. How will I make it? How am I going to deal with my problems? Where to begin? This can cause a great deal of anxiety. Now, here are some simple tips to help out with dealing with anxiety that I used, and hopefully they can help you out as well. First of all, let's get the definition of anxiety, okay? Anxiety is a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease, typically about an imminent event or something with an uncertain outcome. Definitely feelings all of us can relate to when beginning a life without alcohol. Uncertainty and fear. These things can creep in and erode our self-confidence and positive self-esteem. One of the first things you can do is, of course, number one, accept the things you can't change. I'm sure all of us have heard this nugget before, but it's truth. Don't spend time dwelling on things that are beyond your control. Try focusing on the task at hand. Keep yourself in the moment. If you're doing everything you can do, that's all you can do. Excessive worry on things out of your control only leads to frustration. And we all know what happens when we get frustrated. Okay? Remember, keep things simple. Number two, don't create disaster scenarios. Don't get caught up with exaggerated worries and fake fears. Think rationally. What is the most likely outcome in this situation? What can I do, if anything, to alter that for a more positive outcome? Don't give in to irrational thoughts and hopelessly bad unknowns. That way of thinking can make your worst fears come true, okay? Stop. Number three, stop trying to guess what other people are thinking. Our minds are capable of creating completely unreal scenarios. And in our state of mind, our brains and bodies are going through this withdrawal phase, so letting your mind go into that kind of negative thinking could be dangerous. You could start building resentments against others based on absolutely nothing, okay? Further increasing your anxiety. So please understand that you're going through these changes and your self-confidence and positive self-esteem could be very low. This is where a good support system can actually be very helpful, especially at the beginning. Hopefully most of you are feeling really good about stopping alcohol and your self-confidence is growing and you don't feel this way. I was very depressed when I began, so I felt very low at the beginning. Number four, write things down. Try keeping a journal. It's very helpful. I know it might be tedious at first to write every day, but try to just get a couple lines down. And when dealing with anxiety, try to get those feelings out. Those feelings that you're having, write them down. Write your problems down, how you handle them, what you could have done better about them. It might prepare you better for the next time. Also, a lot of times it's good to get personal stuff down on paper. It might feel uncomfortable to share some of the things that you're thinking with people close to you, sometimes especially with people close to you. It also gives you a way to reflect. If you read back on things that you might think are very important, going back and reading over them might put them in more perspective for you. Number five, set aside time to contemplate problems and work on solutions. Have a set time of day for contemplation. Try to think about solutions to issues, way to work through or around problems. The picture can become clear after some time away. The answer could be more in focus when you're calm, less anxious. Number six, get away from the cause of anxiety if possible. Sometimes just changing your environment will help. Walk into the next room. Look out a window. Do some deep breathing. The reason that's causing your anxiety will seem smaller after a time away from it. Give it a try. Number seven, education and research. What I mean is looking into problems, seeking out solutions. When a person stops drinking, a lot of the issues that come up are of a mental and physical nature. For example, if you're feeling frustrated for no reason or angry all of a sudden, do research. When you stop drinking, you go through something called PAWS, post-acute withdrawal syndrome. It's your brain resetting itself, but it can be terribly frustrating. Knowing that this pause is happening, you can better deal with it. Do your own research, find things out, educate yourself. Knowledge is key. One little scrap of information could be the difference between staying on the course and being back in the bottle. I've made many other videos on dealing with these types of issues. Please feel free to watch them. It might be helpful. Number 8, use your support group. This is always a good thing to talk things out with trusted friends. Get another's perspective and advice, or just venting. Sometimes just getting things out of you is what you need. It feels good to get frustrations out, and a friendly ear or shoulder can be very helpful in situations like this. You don't really need advice. You just want to talk to somebody about your feelings and your anxiety. Hey, this is serious shit that we're all going through. Being able to talk to someone who's not going to judge you for it is extremely helpful, okay? Number 9, exercise, diet, hydration, and sleep. All good practices to get into to help with anxiety. Regular exercise. Now, don't start off too much. Just walks and some stretching, some calisthenics at first. Nice and slow. Eating right, especially at the beginning of sobriety, is a really good idea. It starts off positive habits. A lot of people can go into other bad habits when they stop drinking, and one of them is overeating or eating a bad diet. So don't do that. And try to get a good night's sleep as well. Stay away from as much caffeine as possible, and also hydrate. I drank a lot of water when I first started, and it helps. Actually, I still do. And also, on a side note, you might want to think about taking a B1 thiamine supplement. I have a video on that. Here's a link. It could be very helpful for you. Number 10, plans and strategies. Know your triggers. Have a plan in place for when you feel uneasy. Step back. Think with higher brain function, not emotion. Have a strategy plan for cravings, triggers, toxic people. Be prepared for roadblocks. Be fluid in your recovery. Learn adaptability, okay? Number 11, give yourself a break. Go see a movie. Have some fun. Good fun. It's a healthy stress reliever. I live in Florida, so I like going to the beach. Very good for anxiety. And don't forget, you're going through an amazing experience. See it that way. Not some horrible thing that you have to get through. Feel good about what you're doing. Try not to dwell on past mistakes. You're on the right path. Stay the course. Times will be tough, but they don't last forever, okay? But tough people do. You're going to make it. Learn to deal with your anxiety. Understand that this is part of the cycle of getting through alcohol withdrawal. But it's the journey that changes you. Remember that, okay? Hang in there. I hope this video helped you out. Please hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you haven't. It helps me to continue to make these videos. Keep going. Deal with your anxiety. And remember, you got this, okay? See you next time. Bye.